So I see a lot of y'all are getting your tax statements and you're wondering, wow, why did my property go up so much? I made a post about this a couple of months ago. The state has actually gigged or black marked the appraisal district's valuations. In other words, they don't meet the state's expectations. Now, the hickey in this is the state has access to sales records, but the appraisal district can't use them. It's part of Sam Houston setting up the state as a debtor state. So because we don't have comps or sales records of a house that sold down the street from you, your values were set too low. Now we have to raise them up, and we've been working hard to do it. I tried to warn y'all this was going to happen. Here's where you need to think about things. One, would you sell your property for what it is valued for? When you look at that huge increase, let's say it goes up 20 grand or 100 grand or 5,000, but you hadn't made any improvements to your property and you're wondering, why did this go up? Well, it went up because people have been paying more for houses in town. Even though the economy was down, people were still paying top dollar for houses, and they still are today. So look at that number, and before you pitch a fit and before you go contest, which if you don't like the value, you have every right to protest the value, contest the value. But look at that number. If someone wrote you a check for that today, would you sell your home? That's the question. Because if the answer is no, it's worth more than that, then don't contest it. Because if you do, they're going to pull comps. It might go up more, in my opinion. If your house was valued at $80,000 and they went up to $100,000, but if you put it up for sale, you want $180,000, shut up. Okay? The trick is, go to the taxing entities and explain to them in a public meeting, or call them at every entity, especially the school board. They get 80 cents out of every dollar. Call your school board rep and say, hold the line. Go with no new revenue, because we're sending you a lot more values. The values are going up, probably 20% higher values. So the no new revenue rate is the rate at which they get the exact same amount of money they got last year, and your taxes won't go up. So here's the trick. If you won't sell your property, if you wouldn't sell your property for what it's valued at, then it's valued too low. Hush. If you would take what it's valued at, get prepared. You make that statement and make it publicly, somebody's going to write you a check. So that's why the values are going up. Richard Petrie, our interim tax appraiser, has written a letter, and we're going to post it here on Issues pretty quick, and it should answer most of the questions a lot more succinctly and gently than I just answered them. But your litmus test is this: if you wouldn't sell your property for what they valued it at, hush. If you would sell it, protest. Thank you.